Hello and welcome to Seton. We're gonna get another. Got a lot of weird sound in the background. We're gonna get another game showing. Quick strategy. It's gonna be payback from flying and Icon. This will be the T2 version, but should still be pretty effective. They are taking on some good players. Hall, playing Cybern. Of course, this is with a new patch. I expect a lot more games of Cybern, a lot more exciting games. Hawk in the back. In the middle, we got Furball playing Cybern as well, and Gimbalt on Beach. Definitely a good top side. Killing, taking Rock for the bottom side, so we'll see how that works out. But of course, Ukulele in the middle should be actually Furball and Ukulele both extremely good mid players. So early on, looks just like standard builds. Looks like Air Factory is planned for flying third air. Second air from Hall, actually also getting a Land Factory. This is interesting. He's going to try to get a lot of build capacity early. So if you've seen the previous video, it's basically showing you a Tech 3 strat. Well, strategy where you have a rush from the Rock player. This is Hawk making Tech 3. Hopefully that's not too loud. Tech 3 strat bombers and ending the game in under 15 minutes. And you had Ichiban on playing air. And the person they bombed was actually Icon. Actually, Icon and flying were exactly in this position. But this time we're missing Ichiban. We got Bahal instead of Ichiban. Not a typical Seton's player, but a very good player nonetheless. In the middle, we got here actually both planes. No, well, for a second I thought it was Nomads. No, it's just Seraphim, brown-colored Seraphim taking on Cybern. Huge walls. Oh man, I'm tripping. The double wall being produced by Furball. Well, someday we're going to get Nomads on Setons. That's going to be awesome. I'm hoping within the month. That's, for whatever reason, that's stuck in my mind that it's going to be within a couple weeks. I think somebody told me that. Maybe I'm just dreaming, but we'll see. Just spreading random rumors here. But looking at the faction I'm playing with them, they seem to be almost finished. There's a couple pictures that probably should be updated, but I mean, I'm sure they can fix graphics and things like that a little later. This is weird graphics right there. Getting a tech to transport, perhaps going for a RD drop. So it's if the back player feels like they're in a position to do so, it's very effective. You get early tech to transport. You see 6 minutes, get a whole bunch of tech 1 artillery and drop it on whoever you want to really mess up. Sometimes you can get to the back player, really put them on the back foot, because usually all these engineers, all these things, there's absolutely no guns here. So artillery will take something like a tech to mass extractor and turn it into a nice wreck, really slowing the other player down. Of course, if they can respond with very quick tech to gunships, it's no longer really an option. Here we're seeing minute 7, a lot of build capacity being diverted by flying to the Air Factory, so likely flying and Icon are on Skype or some other team speak. And it appears to be right before minute 8. He's going to start getting Tech 2. Let's see, I'm expecting Tech 2 bombers here pretty quick. He's going to get Tech 2 power first. And you can see Icon getting Tech 2 power at the same time. If both players can get Tech 2 power and then have it in excess, it actually helps to get the resource allocation quicker for the air player. Looking at Paul, he's got Tech to Air Factory of his own. He's got some bombers, some interceptors, so he's definitely scouting. You should be able to see this Tech 2 factory, but that's not going to look weird to him because he's got a Tech 2 of his own. It's a very similar place for these two players. Hawk, meanwhile, going for massive transports. Looks like it should be spotted by Icon. Let's see how Icon deals with it. Icon has swift winds, and that's the worst thing you can possibly see if you're doing a Tech 2 drop. That's one of the major reasons to play with Aeon is at the Tech 2 stage you do have interceptors, which are too fast. And actually, in this situation, what you got to do if you're Hawk is take your 3 transports, send them all in different directions. And, just barely. Actually dropped these underwater. Had to sacrifice this already. It's a very good defense from Mike in spotting that, and that's really going to put Hawk on the back foot. He did a huge investment. You can see all these artilleries. So this is the value of scouting. And of course, then Icon has now realized he's going to be quite a bit ahead in terms of eco. Here comes Tech 2 bombers from flying. Let me slow this down. Actually, we're seeing Ukulele running into walls that Furball built. These Tech 2 bombers from flying are in a bit of trouble from interceptors. Hawk only working on the first resource allocation. He's going to get a face full of napalm from flying. But he's going straight for the second resource allocation, which is kind of surprising. It'd be nice to get a Tech 2 engineer here start making shields. Instead, he's just sitting there. No flak whatsoever, no anything. And now it's getting very late. Now it's a delayed reaction to get the Tech 2. The Tech 2 engineer. So you can see here, not the best play from Hawk there. With quick reaction time, you can really, well, this is not even quick, this is just common sense. If you just make shields and flak and pay attention, you can really counter Tech 2 bombers. Of course, when this is happening to you, every few seconds make a huge difference, but Hall, he was just telling Hawk to make flak and shields, but he's also having some problems, so at least he's dodging. But hopefully this was a nice demonstration where Tech 2 and killing, wow, killing getting all over Ball or over Gimbal. This is very nice to see. Yeah, killing has thousands of games, and Seton's definitely not new to this situation. Shields from Ball, and you can see Tech 2 shields really counter Tech 2 bombers nicely. Plus flak. This is exactly what you should do. Tech 2 flak here. That's how easy it is to protect against a Tech 2 bomber rush. And if you don't do that, you are going to die. Meanwhile, Gimbal running into a whole bunch of Illustrious in the middle. But anyway, here before minute 15, the game is effectively over. Paul is going to have a double base. Still under heavy assault from Tech 2 bombers, so going to deny any of the construction. Flying is going to get into the water, and he's really going to have no problems. And it looks like Gimbal now finally gets finished. Not really sure who killed it. But killing absolutely murdered Gimbal here. Not something I would have predicted. Bahal is basically now all alone. Furball died as well. It seems they might have died together here. But it was really that Tech 2 bomber rush that really changed the game. Paul throws in the towel. We're seeing Strat bombers flying in the air. So hopefully that was useful for people to see how to use your Tech 2 air and how to defend against it.